I've never dated before. You know that I made a vow of virginity, not to have sex until I married, not to touch, not to be money-minded, not to leave the church when I was 12 years. So
you are welcome back to my channel. I'm still being your brother 1042. This is a channel where I give you update news. Anything I'm giving you here is real, because the evidence must have to be displayed on this television. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depends where you're watching me from. You are highly welcome for today's video. Today's video is very, very important. Please watch this video till end, and don't forget to give a thumb up to this video, like this video, share it. Feel free to say anything you want to say in the comment section. You know I will be like there to reply here. And if today is the first time you come across my channel, you are highly welcome also. And then I also have to say, may God bless you as you stand by to watch this video. Please, as we normally do it in this our channel, is if I do what you like, and I know that you like what I'm doing, share this video, like it and comment, and don't forget to subscribe and put on your notification.
I've never dated before. You know that I made a vow of virginity, not to have sex until I married, not to touch, not to be money-minded, not to leave the church when I was 12 years. So I've never really dated any girl before. I started doing this work since I was 8 years. So I grew up with such fear of God.
My name is Evangelist Ebuka Obi, the spiritual director of Zion Prayer Movement Outreach, and also the founder of Seraphic Homes Foundation.
When I was 8 years old, I normally see things that was not even clear to me. I normally see, like, I can wake up now and tell my mom, this person will die tomorrow. And that tomorrow, the person will die. Somebody can be very sick, and everybody can believe that this person will die. I can even tell my mom, she will not die, she will live, and the person will recover. And to the extent that when I was 8 years old, you see a lot of pregnant mother, you know, that time I was so small. They will come to me, my son, what will I give birth? Even when most of them have not gone to scan. And that time, this scan is not even as it is now. So I became scanned to so many pregnant women, not just my aunt, but people coming from other villages. At that time I was 8 years, I can look at them and say, it's a baby boy, it's a baby girl, and it will be unmistakable. So because of that, my father wasn't comfortable with that. Because you see a lot of people trooping into my home. You know, you see a lot of people coming down to my family just to hear what I will say about them. So that time my father will know, what kind of thing is this? You know, some people were saying that time, are you sure no, it's not Ahabo? Are you sure it's not possessed? Are you sure it's not this? But you know, even at that time in primary school, you see my teachers coming to ask me questions. And sometimes I'll ask them, oh yeah, my back, I open your hand. I will speak to them and it's not unmistakable. So the whole thing was spreading, that people from other local government were coming to look for a boy of 8 years to verify some thing from me. And whenever I tell you it's like this, it will come out to be like that. So my father was so careful among all my siblings, but I was the only one who was so careful, so confused. They don't know how to follow me, because even my fellow students, my teachers, everybody come to me. I see people respecting me even when I was small. So when I was 12 years, that time he came into our parish. When he came was when he started telling my father, stop flogging him. He had the gift of the Holy Ghost. God will use him mightily. Stop seeing him as a devil. Stop, because that time my father will always flog a lot of me. Flog is not small. That if I open my clothes now, you will see some mark. So it was when this priest came to our parish, he told my father, stop beating him. He will be great. He will be a prophet of God. Of course, you see him. He's not possessed. He's not demonic. This is the gift of God. So when the priest came was when my father said, okay, this one, my eyes, I don't want to say anything. The father can be defending him. Because it was one that made it so clear that I should not have sex until I marry. That God will use me mightily. He said, I see you talking to millions of people. But let it not be a church. That time I don't even understand what is ministry. I never planned to have a ministry. I don't even know there will be a time I will be talking to congregation. He told me then, I see when you will be talking to thousands all over the world. Don't leave the church you were born. That is, don't leave Catholic church you were born. Don't have sex until you're married. God will use you, and don't be money-minded. He made this 3 points to me, and I kept them to today. It's not easy, but determination leads to success and the grace of God. You know, St. Paul says 3 times, I pray for the Lord to take away the thorn from my flesh. Instead of God taking the word, he says, my grace is sufficient. So the consciousness of that these 3 points, these 3 vows is attached to my destiny. That if I break any of them, I may have problem. So it's always springing in my subconsciousness. It's always springing in my mind. So no matter how some women are demon possessed. Some of them will come here and pour their clothes. Some of them, I will tell them, oh, you look at the camera everywhere, and somebody is monitoring what is happening, and that is truth. The security people are watching everything going on in the office. What they cannot hear is the conversation with people. So when I tell them, it's not easy, especially when the man of God is not married, and they know one day he will marry. So people are coming from, ladies are coming, but I can't joke with this grace. I can't joke with it. So that is why I'm still maintaining those vows. That is why today in the church, I have not baptized anybody. I've not wedded anybody. I don't play a role of any priest. Because the Reverend Father warned me when I was small, you will not have a church except the church you were born with. But that is why on Sundays I struggle to go to Catholic church. For mass. Or I will invite some priests secretly. Some of them that are my friends, I come around. Because sometimes going to church is even troubling. If you go to church, people will leave the Father and follow you in the church. It's just the grace of God that God wants to do this work through this person. We have no signboard. There is no signboard you will see anywhere. There's Zion Prayer Movement. But if you come here, you see thousands of people. In fact, we can't do any program here. We have bought a lot of houses demolished. If you check the house we bought, it's close to even 1 billion. About more than 5 or 6 houses we demolished during the 100 days. None of them is less than 200 million. We demolished, expanded everywhere. Still, you can't even pass. So we can't do any big program here again. I've never asked anybody in Zion Ministry to pay money. I don't do tithe, I don't do bazaar here. I've never asked anybody before, give me money to see me. Of course, the way people are, they want to see me. If I put my consultation fee, 10 million naira to see me, so many people will be paying. But I've never, because freely I received and freely I give. So this is a preaching I give. And when people are hearing it, they know, let's go closer. And when they try to come closer, they will see what God is doing here. My parents have been disturbing me to marry. Crying, I love my parents, but I don't want to see their tears. I don't want to see the tears of my parents, but every blessed day, my father will cry. In fact, today my father came here, he left here. There's no first discussion. So you don't want us to see your children until we're done. Those things broke my heart. And I have prayed to God, okay, God, Father, what are you saying about this marriage? I've never had any revelation about it.
That is why you're still saying.
That's somebody like me, I don't want to dabble into marriage without any direct message. Okay, look at this person. Or look at, it will be this person, it will be that person.
I have never had any picture. The way you see.
I've never dated before. That I made a vow of virginity, not to have sex until I married, not to touch, not to be money-minded, and not to leave the church when I was 12 years. So I've never really dated any girl before. I started doing this work since I was 8 years. So I grew up with such fear of God. And also knowing that I was warned not to do this.